This is Ganges Reddy, CEO and co-founder of Blue Drop Enviro Private Limited. We're a Hyderabad-based environmental company. I'm a mechanical engineer by education. I lived in the US for a decade. I worked for US government for a few years. And I moved back to India in about 2012. For about 5 years, I worked for a non-profit organization building a sustainable campus, dealing with all the civil engineering components, water, sewer. So during this process, I came across some challenges that we had to solve. One of that was of sewage. That gave me an entry into what I'm doing now. So we embarked on the journey of nature-based solutions for sewage and effluent treatment. Post-independence, India being far behind on the industrialization, we adopted a lot of technologies from overseas. But in the name of bringing technologies from abroad, we brought in things that may not be appropriate for our environmental conditions. So we deployed sewage treatment, effluent treatment systems for more than 3 decades in India. And a lot of it have been deployed, but we don't find most of these systems working. Every day there is some or other article across the country that some sewage treatment is not working, some river is getting polluted. The rapid growth of urbanization has resulted in humongous consumption of water, and every 100 liters of water that is being used, about 80 liters comes out as wastewater. People have adopted electromechanical based systems largely, but there are challenges associated with that. In case of sewage treatment plants, one of the largest challenge the residential communities or even towns and municipal corporations are facing, they work already for 2 to 3 years, then they start to pose a lot of challenges, and people not being able to handle these systems, they tend to bypass these waters into the streams, nalas, rivers, water bodies, and the net result is huge environmental threat. When the groundwater gets polluted, now you have to depend on the government to supply piped water, and piped water has huge costs. Nature-based solutions have been with us since centuries. We grew with them. We call them reeds, typha, etc. These were naturally there around the water bodies. And all of us know that plants and trees release oxygen from their leaves. Likewise, they also release oxygen from the roots. When the water is polluted, there is some characteristics called biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, to supplement which we bring in machinery, take the ambient air, push it into the water, so that the 20% oxygen that is there, part of it goes, fixes the COD, BOD. But here, the plants naturally release the oxygen. So there is a way that nature remediates. What we build are called aerated wetlands. They are a subset of constructed wetlands or phytoremediation systems. We educate people to go examine the existing systems before they finalize. They go there to the STP and they wonder, can you show me your STP? Our STPs, they look like gardens because they are gardens. But at the root zone, there is a 2.5 meter depth gravel bed in which we embed the entire technology below the gravel bed. But at the outside, when you see this system, they look like parks and gardens. Not only that they look like gardens, aesthetical is one sense, but they are fully functional. They meet the norms any day without much interventions. They take very less energy at a lower cost. When I first had a conversation, I felt, THub is more oriented towards the IT tech. But then later on, when they said there's a sustainability cohort, when they invited us, I started to interact, and I find that, there are so many avenues that they're able to introduce us to the right people, connect the right dot, and also help us with certain validation of things. So put us in front of some of these pioneering investors. I certainly appreciate the initiatives that is being taken by THub, especially in the sustainability cohort. I hope they will claim a significant portion of credit for the growth that we would see in the next 2 years.